Hi, everybody. This is Lowell, and we're talking about how to start a music school. And one of the very first things that I did is to decide or understand what the value is of what you have to offer. Everybody has what they want to give as a gift to somebody else, and it's kind of funny sometimes. If you ever try to give a gift that you would give to yourself to somebody else on Christmas, and they open it up and they're lackluster about how they do they really like it or not. It wasn't something they wanted; it was something that you wanted. So when you're thinking about what is my value, what is it that I can offer and give to somebody else, it's not necessarily what you would want to give. There are a lot of different directions that I could go in terms of as a musician that I would wish that people would want, but that's not really the case. The case is they want what they want, and they see value in how they see value, and so your mindset should be, what do I have that they would literally pay money to meet their need? And so I made a list of maybe 18 or 20 things. And so this is a, uh, a pre-video to the videos that I made earlier that when I first started out. And so this will be at the beginning of each one of those, this video here. And so this is just a prelude to those videos. And this you'll have to create your own. You'll find that you have a clientele, you have people in your community that will want certain aspects of what you have to offer. And so the main thing is to get into the mindset of what is it that other people are wanting. It's empathy. You're empathetically getting into the mindset of the consumer, of the customer, to say, what is it that they want? And then as you do that, then what you have to offer will actually come up. It'll rise to the top, but it's all initiated by the mindset of what is it that the other, the people that you're serving, what is it that they want? Hi everyone, this is Lowell with another thought about the benefits of studying music. And that is how art and culture interrelate. If you study music, you study all sorts of aspects that are surrounding the music of the culture and that generation, all the way back historically. And you think about the benefits of understanding history. If you don't understand history, then you're going to repeat the same mistakes. And I've actually been greatly benefited by studying the historical biographies of other musicians. A lot of things that I face as a musician in our present day have been experienced by many generations ago. And I've opened up several books at many times when I've needed encouragement to learn from the past, and to find it the same, some great historical figures have gone through similar situations in their own day. But art influences culture, and culture influences art. And a couple of examples of that, 2 or 3 examples here. Back in Bach's day, J.S. Bach, he lived in what we now call the Baroque period, which was known for its ornate, lots of trills and ornaments in the music, but that was also true of the architecture. It was very textural and a lot of different things that they would add to the buildings to make them what you would call ornamented. Another example would be in the late 1800s in France. It was very successfully correlating the French paintings with the music, and there was painters, artists like Monet were very similarly textured to Fauré and Debussy and Ravel in the French impressionistic music of the time. And you can look at go to the museum and look at paintings by Monet, and they're very textural in their design, and sort of impressionistic is the word that they used, and very ethereal, I guess would be a word. And you see the same types of qualifications or qualities rather in the music of that era. Another time, a little bit later in history, early 20th century, when we had much disruption in the world with World War I and World War II, and you had Arnold Schoenberg that was creating harmonically at the early part of his career, but then he bridged into what is called atonality, or what he called pantonality, and where each note was its own tonal center, and it created a sort of a disruption in music history, the type of music that was being created with serialism. It was very to the most people's ear, it sounded very chaotic and very tumultuous, because there was no sense of harmonic structure per se. You had a little bit of harmonic structure with some of the material like Alban Berg, but most of it was very chaotic, like the world was at that time. And these are just ways that you can perceive into the culture. If you study music, you can gain greater insight into history, and greater insight into how it can apply to your life today. The more that you understand history, the more valuable it is for applying how are you going to move forward in today's world. It really helps. History really helps.